Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa and I'm so happy you are here for a December setup video using the Budget by Paycheck Workbook by the Budget Mom. This is a zero-based budgeting system. I've been using it for almost a year and a half now, and honestly, it has been life-changing for me personally, financially, and just really my relationship with money and my finances. If you like budgeting content, planning content, and side hustle content, make sure you hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner and give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. So let's get to the very last month of the year, December 2022 budget setup. So I am, like I said, using the Budget by Paycheck workbook. The stickers I have here are all from Life in Envelopes. I will have her channel and Etsy shop linked in the description box below. She is a great resource. She also posts budgeting content videos, and she's actually the one who inspired me to post my own budgeting content videos. So how I like to start up setting my budget is by doing the monthly calendar. In the monthly calendar, we're going to write in when everything is due, when I have events happening, when I have things that will require me to spend money, so I can make sure I implement that into my bi-weekly budget. So I actually get paid twice a month. So I have two budgets that I do every month. And so I do two separate setups, but at the beginning of the month, we set up the whole month together. So we know that rent is always due on the 1st. So we're going to write rent. And how I actually do my rent is I split it into two. So my total rent every month is $780, but I actually split it into two, and I do $400 each split. So in reality, I'm saving an extra $20 every month just as a little cushion in my budget. So I calculate it as rent being due on the 1st and the 15th. Next, we have life insurance. So life insurance and pet insurance both come out on the 1st as well. Technically, they come out on the last day of the month, but they never post until the 1st or sometimes 2nd, depending on what day these fall on the week. So I always put them as the 1st of the month because that's really the budget that they come out of. So the 1st of the month, we've got rent, pet insurance, and life insurance. And then on the 5th of every month, we have my Alaska Airlines credit card and my Bank of America card that is due. My Bank of America card has $0 on it. My Alaska Airlines card is what I use for my side hustle with Amazon. So this one does have a balance on it, but it will actually be paid off probably before the end of this paycheck period. I believe the next Amazon transaction comes out on the 14th, so it might not post to the 16th, but I don't do a budget on YouTube about that. I just will make a mass payment, and that Alaska card will be paid off before the end of the year. And actually, one of the goals this month is to pay off all credit card debt. I should be getting my yearly bonus, which is equivalent to one paycheck on this 15th paycheck. I'm hoping that they remember to do it. I know last year they did it late, so I didn't get it until the new year, but hopefully they do it on the 15th paycheck, and I will take all of that bonus and I will put it towards my Discover card that I have concert tickets that I paid for on. If not, I will have to maneuver some money around and make sure that that debt is paid off before we go into the new year. And then we have my Spotify that I pay for on the 16th. And then we have LA Fitness that is due on the 24th. It is my life goal this month to make sure my LA Fitness gets charged to my debit card, not my Alaska Airlines card. So I'm going to do switch LA Fitness to debit card, and that will be a goal that I have for this month. So 2 goals thus far as we write this out. And then on the 28th, my Discover card is due. And then every Thursday, I use an app called Acorns, which is an investing app. So I have $20 that gets taken out of my checking account and basically invested for me. I've had it for years. I just checked the other day, and I have a little over 4,000 saved up. It does fluctuate with the market, so because it is an investment account, so just be wary of that. But I have really greatly enjoyed using it, and just like $20 every week really does add up. I've only taken it out once, and it was a few years ago, but I'm hoping that the money that's in there I will use for a condo or basically a property to live in next year. So that's really what that money is going to go towards, in addition to other capital that I have. So we actually have 5 Acorns this month, 5 Thursdays in the month of December, which is great. I love that. And every other Thursday I have a therapy appointment. Wow, the 1st of December is quite busy with transactions happening, but this will be actually the last appointment of the year here on the 15th. There's none on the 29th. She's taking that week off basically, which good for her. She works probably way too much. So yeah, my therapy appointment's on this day. And so that's everything for the bills, something that I anticipate having some type of a transaction on that I know for sure, really like fixed expenses more or less. And then the things that I'm not so sure about, like who knows what the fixed expenses may be. It'll probably be variable in terms of like events and stuff. I know on Saturday I'm going out to dinner and like watching a parade. So Saturday the 10th, I'm just going to write girls night because that'll just keep it super simple. And parade. It's a free parade, but I do know that when we go out to dinner, obviously I'll be having to pay for that. So that is an expense that will have to come out of my budget. It'll come out of the eating out budget. And then my sister is in town, I think for 2 weeks, but I'm going to drive down with her to Portland for Christmas time. So I'm just going to write in Portland for Christmas. I'm probably going to come back on this Tuesday or the Monday here. So in Portland we're going to write Christmas the 25th, of course. And then we have New Year's Eve. I actually don't have any plans for New Year's Eve. I have saved a sinking fund for it. I think there's a whopping $40 in there. If for some reason I do end up having some type of plans on the 31st, I will probably just end up adding more on the second half of December to this budget, and then basically deposit the $40 I already have here. And then I do have a sinking fund for Christmas travel, so that should be basically paying for the gas to and from Portland. So I have $110 and maybe food on the way. It's only about a 3.5 hour drive depending on the traffic. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's too much. Oh, I have some car maintenance that I'm doing on this day. So that will be an expense that is scheduled. But other than that, I think that's everything. Really not a whole lot going on this month. So because I use the highlighter method, if you've watched any of my other videos, I do like to highlight all of these different transactions. It's just visually more appealing for me, and I can see just like instantly exactly what each of the transactions will be for. I know I need to update my category worksheet. I'm a little bit behind. Somehow I lost my category worksheet and my bare bones budget worksheet, which is super unfortunate for me, but it's okay. It's probably time to redo it anyhow. I think I redo it about every 6 months. It does help with just like keeping myself on track and making sure, you know, things are truly like updated with stuff. Yeah, that is what it is. Basically, each category has a color coordinated with it, so it's easy for me to just see like what's going on at any basically moment on my calendar. And then when I do my expenses, I just highlight each one on my expense tracker, add it all up, and it's just a lot easier that way. Perfect. So now that we have all of these things highlighted, I don't have any really additional goals. Actually, that's a lie. I do want to set up my 2023 sinking funds, my 2023 goals, and any like challenges that I want to do in the new year. And then I also have to buy Christmas gifts. So my family this year, we decided instead of getting people individual gifts, we're just gonna do one $50 like white elephant gift essentially. And so really the only thing I need to spend on for Christmas is that $50. But I bought myself a gift for Christmas, so we'll have to talk about that in the budget setup, but that is something that I do have to pay off from my Christmas sinking fund that I have. So buy a Christmas gift, and really that's my only to-do for the month. There's really not a whole lot going on the month of December. That's how I set up my calendar for the month. So now let's get to the juicy details of my life, aka the budget. So this will be from December 1st through the 14th. And of course, we always start with the income. So I have my normal paycheck, which is $16.51. And then we have side hustle income. And for that, we're going to use the side hustle tracker. So it's always dated 2 weeks, basically in the past. So this is going to be from November, I think 15th through the 30th, because I like to figure out how much I have and then I deposit that amount into my checking account. All of this revenue and stuff goes into a separate checking account, so it's easy to keep track of. So we had plasma donation, and that was a revenue because I missed a day, ended up being $176. So there's no expenses for this, but we do have to pay for taxes, and I save 20% for taxes. So 176 times 0.2 gives us, we're gonna round up, I always round up for taxes, so $36. And then we need to take 176 minus 36, which gives us total income of $140. And then for Amazon, this is the same thing as usual. We do 200, no expenses. 20% of 200 is $40, so that gives us $160. Now in total, that gives us $300 of side hustle income. Now this is a change I will pretty much be making for 2023, but all side hustle income will be specifically designated to sinking funds. So side hustle income, $300. Now for additional income, this was really all gonna be from savings. So if we open this back up, because I want to take my money thoughts area and put the amount I'm kind of transferring over for the sinking funds, and that will then be applied to the different things that I've saved up specifically from those sinking funds. So for savings, I bought myself a new paddle board for Christmas, which is really exciting. And knowing that I'm going to be spending the $50, and I do have some other gifts I want to buy for some friends, I'm going to transfer $400 from my Ally Savings account and the bucket Christmas that I have money in. And then I'm also, the car maintenance that I have, I'm actually getting new headlights, like LED headlights put in. So we're going to put car maintenance. And they quoted me on the phone when I scheduled the appointment about $350. I'm going to budget $350 for that amount. And then a couple weeks ago, I had to take my cat to the urgent care. She was just kind of acting weird. I thought she was a little bit sick, and I had to pay $120 for that. So I do have money saved that I want to basically transfer from my Ally account and then pay off the Alaska card, that basically the bill that I put on there. So this is on my Alaska credit card. This is on my Discover, or I will probably put it on my Discover card. And then this is also on my Discover card as well. But this should be the total amount that we have for savings that we'll be transferring over for these first 2 weeks. We have 400 plus 350 plus 120 gives us $870. So that's what we're going to write in savings. So $870. Okay, so 1651 plus 300 plus 870 gives us a total income to work with of $2,821. So not too bad, but as we know, most of that is going to kind of like pay off debt. And very likely towards savings. Like I said, side hustles, all going towards sinking funds. Now for the fixed expenses, we had rent, which will be due on the 1st, and that is $400. And then we have utilities. This is something that my roommates handle, and they just Venmo request me the amount, so I really don't know what day. It really depends on their schedules, but I do have $50 that I like to budget for that. And then we have life insurance and pet insurance, both due on the 1st, and life insurance is $22 and pet insurance is $37. For those asking, am I gonna basically do the claim for the pet insurance? Yes, but I also need to pay off the expense on my card, and it's gonna take a while for the claim to process. So it's just things that I'll have to do, in the background. And then we will have acorns, which for this budget period, we just have 2 Thursdays, so that will be $40. The next budget period will have $60, but we're just gonna budget $40 for right now. And then we have therapy, which will be $25. So $25 is what I get charged after she bills my insurance. So for total expenses, we have $400 plus $50 plus $22 plus $37 plus $40 plus $25 gives us $574 in total expenses here. Fixed expenses, I should say, bills, and we subtract 2821, which gives us $2,247 left over for the rest of our budget. Now for variable expenses, I'm doing a little challenge with myself this month of December. I'm not doing a no spend challenge per se, but I really want to do a low spending challenge. So for grocery, both the first 2 weeks of December and the second 2 weeks of December, I'm giving myself only $30 for groceries. I have so many groceries in my fridge, freezer, pantry that there's no need for me to go over $30 at this point. This is really just to be like, do I need like an apple for something, or do I need a bag of walnuts for something? If I need little ingredients to complete a recipe, that's what the $30 should be used for. And then we do have eating out. Now this is kind of unavoidable for my life, but I am gonna do $100 here. And then gas and car. So typically I budget $50 for gas and car, but since we have the new headlights, it'll be $350 plus the $50 I normally do, so a total of $400. And then we do have investments. And for investments, I match what I have up here for the acorns. It's the same thing. This investments is just roundups, and so it's going to be $40. Fun and entertainment, I do want to budget $50 just in case I go and do something on the whim, something that I didn't really plan for. There's a holiday, things are going around, so I just really want to kind of like focus on that as well. But then we also have like a holiday, which the $400 for the Christmas that we talked about up here, I'm actually going to put it in the holiday fund because it's not really debt. It is debt because it's on my Discover card, but at the same time, I'm using it for a holiday expense. So it's just going to make sense in my head to put it in the holiday category. And then for self-care, I'm going to do $50. It's literally just to get my nails done here, which I've already got them done for December and I've used that $50, but you get the point. I do the same color every time, you guys. Maybe I'll shake it up in the next budget period, but I don't know. I don't like to get too wild with my nail color. And then miscellaneous, we're just going to do $50 for the who the hell knows what happens or what comes up. Travel and vacay, I'm not going anywhere for these 2 weeks, so that's $0. And pets, remember how we talked about the $120 at the beginning for that urgent care visit for my cat? I am going to do the $120 in this section here because I want to make sure it's counted in this variable section and with this category. So total variable expenses, we've got $30 for groceries, $100 for eating out, $400 for gas and car, $40 for investments, $50 for fun and entertainment, holiday is $400, self-care $50, miscellaneous $50, and pets $120. So it gives us $1,240. Now we need to subtract that from the $2,247 we started with, which leaves us with $1,007. Now going up to the sinking funds here, it's kind of going to be a limited amount of sinking funds, but first I want to focus on debt. So in addition to basically the stuff I want to put on, basically pay off from these variable expenses, I'm also going to add an additional $400 in my budget towards my Discover card and an additional $100 towards my Alaska card. So a total of $500 towards debt, which if you actually subtract that from this, it gives us $507. So that's really what we have left for sinking funds. And I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet with sinking funds this month. So we're going to do car maintenance and insurance. Every paycheck, I do $100 into that fund. I'm really trying to pay off or basically save up for a MacBook. So I'm gonna do $132 towards my MacBook. And then I have 2023 vacations and also 2024 vacations. So 2023 vacations we're going to put $100 towards, and 2024 vacations, which are really I'm saving up right now for the deposits. And then we're going to do Costco. We're going to do $40 again, or I guess normally I do $20, but we're going to do $40 this time. And then future fun. This is a new category that I'm doing, and it's to save up for things like concert tickets or like a spare the whim event that will cost money, but I don't want to put it on my credit card. So for future fun, we're going to put $100. Now I just want to confirm that this all adds up to $507, so $100 plus $132 plus $100 plus $35 plus $40 plus $100. Perfect. So normally this would leave us $500 and $0 left over. And that is all she really wrote for the first half of December budget setup. Now, I do want to note that the things that I've starred here and lined, so stars mean it's digital, which goes into my Ally account. The line means I take it out in cash, and so I do have a cash sinking fund for Costco, but everything else is in my Ally savings account. I prefer everything to be digital. It's so much easier and I don't have to worry about the banks. If I do take out cash, I try to keep it in increments of 20s or 5s because that's what the ATM expenses to me. But that's just a little tangent there on that note. So I am really looking forward to December. I'm hoping to have another great month like I had in November. Let me know what your December goals are. I'm really looking forward to finishing out the year strong, getting 2023 set up as well, and I have a lot of great videos coming your way. If you can't tell, I am recovering from a cold. I have a very stuffy nose, so once I kind of get through this, I'm hoping it'll just be, knock on wood, clear sailing for the rest of 2022. Enjoy your day wherever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.